NFL fans, welcome back to a brand new episode of the J All Day Sports Show. Today, I'm going to give you my wild card round predictions with scores for all 6 of these games, guys. Last week, we continued the momentum, 11-5. Not bad considering all the crazy variables and starters not playing and all that BS. But the real number, guys, the last 9 weeks, we are 110 and 39 with our picks, 74% right on all of our picks the last 9 weeks. I'm absolutely crushing it. If you want the best picks on YouTube, this is the channel for you. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We have 2 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday. My Eagles taking on the Packers, and then Monday night, what a game on Monday. I'm so excited, guys. It's playoff football time. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. This season has been so much fun. We added 10,000 new subscribers to the channel this past NFL season. It's all because of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, let's get into this wild card round predictions with scores. The NFL playoffs are here, everyone. I am super stoked for the playoffs. It's time to give you some predictions with scores. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us get into that algorithm. We're going to start off this prediction scores video with Houston Texans at home versus the LA Chargers. It's going to be a really interesting game, guys. A lot of fun to watch the Chargers and the Texans. For me, the Texans have been the model of inconsistency all season long. Only one winning streak of 3 games. It seems like they win 1, they lose 2. They win 2, they lose 1. Up and down and up and down. It's been a carousel for the Houston Texans. The offensive line has regressed considerably. Tunsil leads the NFL for offensive linemen in penalties. This team is just a heavily penalized team altogether. Just not playing good football, and they're very, very hurt right now. No Tank Dell, no Stephon Diggs. Is Nico Collins 100%? I'm not really sure about that. But the Chargers, on the other hand, are playing pretty good football. The offense is kind of mediocre, right? They don't have a ton of weapons, but they do have Ladd McConkey and Justin Herbert for this offense. That connection between those two guys has been very, very impressive this year for the rookie. Ladd McConkey is one of the best route runners in the NFL. One thing that really concerns me about the Houston Texans is they have a 0-point differential this year. They haven't outscored anyone. They're giving up just as many points as they're scoring, and that's a losing recipe in the NFL. By comparison, the Chargers are at plus 101, considerably better than the Houston Texans. I know the Chargers are on the road, and the Texans do play a little bit better at home, but I love the Chargers in this spot. I think the defense is going to be in C.J. Stroud's lap all day long. And one thing they did really well earlier in the year, the Texans did, was run the ball effectively. They're running the ball like complete dog shit right now, guys. Listen to this. This is the last 4 games for Joe Mixon in yards. 23, 26, 52, 23. The Texans can't run the ball. They have one real weapon on the outside, Nico Collins. That's not going to be enough. I love the Chargers to get a W in this spot. I'm going to say 26-20. The Chargers move on to the divisional round. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh is not great on the road, 5-4 this year. The Baltimore Ravens play pretty decent at home, 6-2, right? They played 3 weeks ago, and the Baltimore Ravens kicked the shit out of the Steelers 34-17, right? So, who do I ultimately think wins this game? I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens at home. The defense has been playing so much better since they moved Kyle Hamilton out of that hybrid spot. The safety was kind of playing in the box a little bit at linebacker, kind of coming down in the slot a little bit. Now he's just playing safety, just focusing on one position. It's so much easier to play one position. When you have to know responsibilities for 3 different positions, it kind of leads to you getting out of position, right? The defense has been so much better the second half of the year. And the Pittsburgh Steelers can't move the ball at all. At all. Their offense has been stagnant. Russell Wilson has looked lost. Pickens is dropping the ball. He's running bad routes. The Baltimore Ravens dominate this game 30-14. I love the Ravens. Lamar Jackson setting up for a divisional game. Let's see. Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs and only 2 playoff wins. That is a concern of mine, but not for this week. The Ravens roll. Next up, the Sunday slate, we're going to kick things off with the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. I love what's going on in Denver with Bo Nix and Sean Payton, Pat Surtain, Courtland Sutton. They play really good defense, but a rookie beating Josh Allen, guys, I just don't see it happening, man. I just can't see Bo Nix going into Buffalo and winning. The Buffalo Bills are 8-0 this year at home, and the Denver Broncos actually have a losing record on the road at 4-5, right? So it's just a big, tall order to go into Buffalo, which is a very hostile environment. It's going to be cold, but it's not going to be like ball-shattering cold, right? 29 degrees at kickoff. So the weather's not going to be too much of a factor in this spot. Might be a little windy, but Josh Allen is a dog. He's been so unbelievably impressive at protecting the football. He's not throwing interceptions. He's not fumbling the ball. He's doing everything an MVP needs to do, being effective on third down. He's continuing plays with his legs. When plays break down, he can get out of the pocket. He can either pick it up with his feet or make things happen down the field. He's been incredibly impressive. The only concern for me is the Bills' defense isn't particularly great on third down defense. I think they're giving up like 46.3% of third downs for first downs, which isn't great. So that's something we got to take into consideration. The Broncos also play a lot of man-to-man defense, over 56%. But with Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, and Amari Cooper, if you want to go one-on-one with all three of those guys, good luck. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills, and I think this thing can get out of hand. I think they might get in Bo Nix's lap a little bit. I think this game can get out of control early. I'm going 28-23. The Broncos get some garbage time points, but yeah, 28-23. Buffalo Bills get it done. Next up, Green Bay Packers on the road taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The weird part about this game so far is Jalen Hurts has not gotten out of concussion protocol yet. I don't know what the hell is taking so long. The hit didn't even look that bad. So cognitively, there must be something holding up him to get out of concussion protocol. I'll keep you guys up to date on that as the week goes on, but I expect Jalen Hurts to play. If he doesn't play, maybe the Packers can steal this game on the road, but if Hurts plays, the Eagles dominate. I think the Eagles can still win running the ball if Hurts doesn't play, but I think he plays. Jordan Love is banged up. He's been banged up all year long. It just seems like one thing after the next with Jordan Love. Christian Watson, that deep threat, the big-bodied wide receiver, he's done for the year with that injury. The Packers still have three other really good wide receivers with Reed and company. So I like the Packers in this game, but just not to win, right? I think the Packers are a good football team. I love Edgerrin Cooper on the defensive side of the ball. He's one of my favorite players in the last draft. I think the Packers have a foundation to be a good team for a very, very long time, right? Good pieces. But the Philadelphia Eagles are just so good. Jair Alexander, the cornerback, their star corner, he's out in this game. So how the hell are they going to stop A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts? There's just too many weapons. Philadelphia Eagles, if Jalen Hurts plays, I think they put up a lot of points. I'm saying 31-17. I think the Eagles run away with this game, come out early, score like they did a few weeks ago, come out like 14-17, nothing, and then just kind of feed Saquon, score some more points, and then, a couple drives here and there. The Packers put some drives together, but Vic Fangio has really turned around this defense. He looks great. I like the Philadelphia Eagles in this spot. Next up, Washington Commanders, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is one of the hardest games for me to get a gauge on, guys. Tampa Bay Buccaneers aren't a great home team. 5-4 this year. Not impressive at all whatsoever. But what is impressive, they won 6 out of their last 7 games. Weather in Tampa Bay, 55 and clear. Not going to be an issue at this game. The Commanders going on the road with a rookie quarterback. It's a huge ask. Not only is it a huge ask, but their defense just isn't great. Their cornerbacks are trash, in my opinion, and the Commanders are one of the worst teams in the NFL with stopping the run. The worst rush defense in all the playoffs, and the 3rd worst rushing defense in the entire NFL. I look for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rachaad White and Bucky Irving combined to run, probably over 35 times, right? They're going to pound the ball. Bucky Irving looks really good. I was a big fan of him coming out of college as well. People thought I was crazy about that too, but he's been extremely impressive in this Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. And Baker Mayfield, he's been here before. He's seen this tape. Last year in the first round, they kicked the dog shit out of the Eagles. I expect them to dominate the Commanders too. I think this game gets out of hand. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to not only win, but dominate, cover the spread. I'm saying 27-16, Tampa Bay Buccaneers win this game and move on to the division round. Baker Mayfield's got some juice, guys. Winning 6 out of the last 7. They look pretty damn good. Todd Bowles, very creative defensive mind. I think he's going to mix things up for Jaden Daniels. Maybe they get some turnovers as well. They are a little inconsistent, though, so who the hell knows? All right, Monday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings, LA Rams. The Vikings really shit the bed against Detroit. For the number 1 seed, they played like shit. They only scored 9 points. I thought the Vikings had a chance to win that game, but Anzalone came back, and they really got in Sam Darnold's kitchen, man. He sucks when pressure's in his face. He was just frazzled. He was not up for the moment. The biggest game of his career, and it showed. He was not ready to play that game. He looked like shit. He missed a lot of throws, overthrowing guys, missing guys open across the middle of the field, But I don't know, man. I'm kind of going back and forth on this game. The LA Rams, the last 4 weeks, you got to take out the last week because they didn't play their stars. But the 3 weeks before that, they didn't score any points at all. It's like 12, 16, 13. Very, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming, guys. So, the offense just isn't clicking for whatever reason. The offensive line hasn't been playing great. They haven't even scored 60 points total in their last 3 games. Under 60 points in their last 3 weeks. Before the Seahawks game last week, that didn't really count. So I'm rolling with the Minnesota Vikings. I think Sam Darnold takes a deep breath. He refocuses. They kind of scheme up things to get the ball out quick because the LA Rams pass rush led by rookie Jared Verse is pretty damn good. 3-step drop, 5-step drop, get the ball out. I don't want to see routes over 20, 25 yards down the field. I want to keep everything in that 7 to 12 yard range. Bang, 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 get the ball out. Bang, 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 get the ball out. Get the ball out fast. Have Justin Jefferson get separation on some crossing routes, set up some picks. That's how you beat the LA Rams. Use your speed, and then when they start bringing the safeties up to stop the underneath routes, that's when you bang it over their heads. That's why I like the Minnesota Vikings to win this game, guys. I'm going to go closer than people think, though, 27-24. The Minnesota Vikings win this game and get a rematch with the one and only Detroit Lions. Can they beat them in the playoffs after losing pretty much a playoff game just a week ago? Very exciting time to be an NFL fan, guys. These games are killer, man. Look at this slate of games. Very, very exciting. And I just want to say, go Birds. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.